Today I want to tell a story about how one person's decision saved the world from a nuclear war. So it was back in 1983, September 26. So the Cold War was at its peak. Both the countries, the Soviet Union and the United States, were in their peak during the Cold War. So both the countries were ready to fight. Nuclear weapons were ready, and one simple mistake would cause the war, would cause a nuclear war for the entire world. Stanislav Petrov, a soldier. So he was on duty for nuclear early warning system. So he was on duty that night, and that was the night that you can say almost changed history. A decision by Petrov could have that day started a full-fledged nuclear war in the entire world, but because of his decision the war was evaded. Stanislav Petrov was on duty that day, or that night to be correct. So there was a report that there was a signal that five missiles are approaching from the United States side. Five nuclear missiles were approaching. Basically, in the army, the protocol is very clear. Protocol was very clear. First of all, report the attack and then launch a counter attack and basically begin a nuclear war, because since nuclear weapons are coming, so a counter attack would obviously be a nuclear attack. For those times, that was a very advanced technology, that was a very advanced system. So there was no reason to doubt that technology, because nuclear technology back then was also very advanced. But Petrov was in doubt, because he thought, why would United States attack with only five nuclear weapons? If they have to attack, they would attack multiple weapons at the same time, since they are attacking. So this is what that created a doubt in his mind. This was the moment Stanislav Petrov, he chose to believe his human judgment, his own judgment, rather than a technological judgment. He reported it as false alarm. Because of his judgment, world was saved that day, we can say. It was later understood that it was actually a false alarm. The sun rays reflecting of the clouds were taken as signals by the technology, and it was reported as a nuclear attack, but it was not a nuclear attack. Had he accepted the technology, or accepted the report by the technology, the world would have changed that day forever. There would have been a nuclear war, and we don't know what would have happened, even if the world would survive, because a nuclear war on that level, we have never witnessed it. And even again, we all know what is going to happen. A nuclear war is just a doomsday for every living thing on earth.